अहम्ने जह परोवेति गणना लघु चेतसाम उदार charita naam tu vasudhaiva kutumbakam. At IUM, we derive our values from this Sanskrit quote, which means this entire universe is one family. In today's globalized world, it is imperative to create an educational environment where we can expose our students to multiple culture and create an educational environment which expose them to different parts of this world. Keeping this in mind, in 2013, this summer, we got 20 Case Western Reserve University students with 3 professors to understand and learn from the largest democracy of this earth, India. India, which is also known as land of contrast. This is the second largest populated country as well as the third largest growing economy. These students spent their 15 days in this country to understand the different part of the country and learn from multiple projects which are developed in India to create a sustainable environment through cultural and educational immersion of American students in India. Please come and join me to experience this 15 days journey of this program.
I'm very excited about this trip. This is a collaborative program between the School of Engineering and Mendel School of Applied Social Sciences of the Case Western Reserve University. The theme is the global sustainability. We are staying there in India for 14 days. IUM LLC got the privilege to manage this tour academically, as well as we are doing their logistics also.
Hello there. Well, I'm looking very forward to the program. And I also know we're with experts on our program. We feel very comfortable about the program leaders and the program that's being set up for us. And we know it's going to be an adventure.
I'm looking forward to see the comparisons and the contrast between Bangladesh and India, and it should be an interesting trip just to learn about the sustainability projects that we're going to, and good.
Very excited. But this has been my dream for a very long time, to take a group of students with me to tour very specifically focused in India. It's a joint project between engineering, which I represent, and also the School of Social Sciences.
Our day one started at the capital of India, Delhi. Delhi is a metropolitan region in India that includes the national capital city, New Delhi. It is India's second most populous city after Mumbai and the largest city in terms of area. With a population of 25 million, the city is the 4th largest city in the world. We went to the Qutub Minar, which is the tallest minaret in India, originally an ancient Islamic monument inscribed with Arabic inscriptions. Though the iron pillar has some Brahmi inscriptions and is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The iron pillar located in Delhi, India is a 7-meter column in the Qutub complex, notable for the rust-resistant composition of the metals used in its construction. The pillar has attracted the attention of archaeologists and metallurgists. Our next destination was the Lotus Temple. Located in Delhi, India, this is a Baha house of worship completed in 1986. This temple is notable for its flower-like shape, and it serves as the mother temple of the Indian subcontinent and has become a prominent attraction in the city. The next awaited destination was Akshardham, which is a Hindu temple complex which displays millennia of traditional Hindu and Indian culture, spirituality and architecture. The building was inspired and developed by Pramukh Swami Maharaj, the spiritual head of the Akshar Purushottam Swaminarayan Sanstha, whose 3,000 volunteers helped 7,000 artisans construct this Akshardham. The main monument at the center of the complex is 43 meter high, 96 meter wide and 110 meter long. And we also visited several exhibitions including Hall of Values, theatre, musical fountain and boat ride depicting glorious Indian past and history. It was a mystical day filled with knowledge, joy and surprise everywhere. Our day 2 started by visiting Gopal Dham. Which is a family-oriented destitute home and has been established on 10,000 square yards land near Ghaziabad border to accommodate children from all walks of life, that is socially backward communities, OBCs, orphans, financially backward and victims of terrorism in India. Seva Bharati Delhi has adopted 66 children from Indian Army's Sabadvay Yojana, out of which 24 children belong to Muslim community. The unbiased service to all children is a unique example of social integrity and unity this project was showing. The kids welcomed us by performing several physical and cultural demonstrations. Seva Bharati, it was empowering to see these kids communicating with their American brothers and sisters in English. We further moved to another project run by Seva Bharati in slums of Delhi to provide vocational trainings to the rag picker kids as well as educational daycare. We next took to the journey of Delhi Metro. The metro makes about 2,700 trips daily and it has an average daily ridership of 2.3 million commuters, providing a fast, reliable, safe and comfortable means of transport in India. Lectures delivered by few top-notch speakers at Deen Dayal Research Institutes. DRI was founded in 1972 by Nanaji Deshmukh to validate the philosophy of integral humanism propounded by Pandit Deen Dayal Upadhyay. Integral humanism gives a vision for India that with an approach to man and his relationship to society that is integral and complementary could transform India into a self-reliant and compassionate example for the world to follow. Professor Rangan Datta and Dr. Mahesh Sharma were the main speakers of the program, whereas DRI authorities gave an overview of institute activities. We now took a ride on train to reach to our next destination, Chitrakoot.
Research Institute with these lines, Ayam Nija Paroveti Ganana Lakuchetasam Udara Cheritanam Tu Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. It's in Sanskrit language. It means the whole universe is one family. So now the DRI laboratories. We call this institute as a laboratory. There are about 608 villagers. Now they are living in a self-reliance mode. So what do you mean by self-reliance? Self-reliance means not only getting money, not only getting work. In our sense, the Indian sense, self-reliant village means in those villages there should be no poverty, no unemployment, no illiteracy, no ill health, no disputes and litigations. The village should be clean and green. Public amenities which was provided by the government, they should be maintained and in a arranged way. In every individual, in every family, there should be social consciousness should be there. That type of family we call self-reliant family. Those villages we call self-reliant village. Up to this level we are working. Now the villagers are moving towards prosperity and more of the families, they are becoming prosperous families. So this is the concept of self-reliance for which we are working in this area and we are developing a model.
We were overwhelmed by seeing the progress of these projects and the dedication of all the volunteers at Chitrakoot. The campaign has also been started in the villages covered by the Institute in Gonda and Beed districts. The Self-Reliance campaign covers all aspects of individual, family and social life of the villagers. The key to the campaign is the concept of Samaj Shilpi Dampati, also known as SSD graduates, couples that lives within the villages itself and are responsible for motivating and guiding a cluster of 5 villages. Foremost among the aspects covered is income generation. This is achieved by introducing watershed and soil management techniques where necessary, new and improved farming technologies through 2.5 and 1.5 acre model farms that enable small and marginal farmers, who account for 80% of the rural population within India, to look after the family needs plus save, and by increasing non-farm sector income through entrepreneur training and formation of income generating self-help groups, also known as SHGs, that are both standalone and vertically integrated. Issues of health and hygiene are the second most important aspect of the campaign, as an unhealthy individual is incapable of working to improve his/her economic condition. Regardless of the manifold benefits of Ayurveda and naturopathy, allopathic intervention, when the ratio of doctors to population is in excess to 1 to 10,000 and the cost of medicine high, is impractical. Therefore, in issues related to health, the Chitrakoot project looks to Ayurveda and naturopathy to keep villagers healthy. Locally available herbs and nutritional vegetables gardens are the key interventions used in this area, including a Dadi Maa Ka Batua, a collection of 34 Ayurvedic local herbs and preparations that can be used to treat common ailments. Where Ayurveda is not applicable, as for example in dentistry, state-of-the-art facilities have been provided at Arogya Dham, Deen Dayal Research Institute's Ayurvedic and Naturopathy Hospital and Research Center at Chitrakoot. Illiteracy and social consciousness is the third area covered by the campaign. A functional literacy campaign developed by TCS is being conducted for the villagers by the Samaj Shilpi Dampati Educational Research Center and the 4 schools that operate within the project area. Ram Darshan, a unique museum that highlights socially relevant aspects of Lord Rama's life, helps villagers inculcate human values to encourage them to live in a spirit of cooperation and harmony with each other. We visited several of these projects in person and learned about their self-sustainability. Each of these projects could be an area of research in itself. The villagers arranged several cultural activities for us and were welcoming us wherever we went. At the end of Chitrakoot project, each of the students shared their experiences and gave some insights to the project owners.
Agriculture as a whole in India, especially the pearl farming, we were amazed that in 18 months you can create pearl out of just through a little patch of water. That's just amazing. We thought, the 3 of us, that was one of the most amazing things. And just in general, just teaching the farmers themselves, because the farmers are going to have to go back and teach each other. And that's the knowledge is what's going to, being spread around is what's going to help overall in the communities and the village.
Overall, our group has been very amazed and very impressed by the work you do here, and just the amount of diversification and the amount of different types of projects was just so amazing to me personally and to our group. Thank you so much for that.
Absolutely amazed in every way possible.
We heard a lot about why the cows are so important in the culture religiously, but we thought that if it was presented in a manner that the ecological sustainability was really stressed, then in that regard, I think it would attract a lot more, and the value and the merit of the project would be recognized even further. And when we reflected on what we could do back in Cleveland, I know a lot of us were thinking someday we would love to come back and volunteer.
I just wanted to say thank you so much for everything. Your hospitality and everything is just amazing. I've never seen anything like it before. that the DRI is one of the best institutes that I've ever seen. So amazing.
And also we learned that historical events can be used for modern world application in the museum where we learned about Rama.
I'm a big believer in the green movement and environmental friendliness, so I was really pleased with oh my gosh, I just forgot the name, the Nandi Dunya, and how they teach the kids to be friendly to all animals and just realize that the entire environment needs to be protected. It's not just all about humans. So I see that there's a lot of potential for not just teaching children about other animals, but about recycling and about trash, the way Shirley mentioned. And it's not just a problem in India, but it's a problem all over the world. And there's serious potential looking at this project for implementation in other countries so that this can be a bigger, more effective movement.
Most impressed with was the world-class medical care that we saw in the clinics, especially with the dental care and just the technology that's made available here to the local residents at a nominal fee, things that would be cost prohibitive even in the United States. So we were very impressed with the services offered.
Also, in my nursing program at Case, I know that there really is not, I did not learn anything about Ayurveda. And coming here and seeing the legitimacy of your programs with it, it surprised me that there wasn't anything included in my program.
I was especially impressed with the medicinal and the cow economy projects, using local resources efficiently and improving villagers' situations, creating jobs, and earning money for the village. Applications, this model could definitely be implemented in the Americas to improve indigenous cultures. For example, on American reservations, rural coffee farm communities in South America, the Caribbean islands, even villages in Mexico, that are all in very similar conditions.
This may take a year to process all the things that we have been exposed to process through what we've learned, go back home, finish our courses with a new perspective. So we have a lot.
I was in India 5.5 years ago, and I always felt a pull to come back. And it was the first time that I really left Western culture, so it was very meaningful for me. It changed my life, and so for that reason.
We are very much grateful to you and respected dignitaries, and Sudeshi and Tej Parikji, we are very much thankful to you. You bring us such a nice group here and they can explore this knowledge.
भारत में प्रभु राम की तपोभूमि चित्रकूट में आप सभी पधारे हैं। आप सबका स्वागत है। अभावग्रस्त क्षेत्र में, गरीब इलाके में यहाँ के लोगों को सेल्फ सफिशिएंट बनाने के लिए काम करना शुरू किया।
So he decided to work to teach people self-sufficiency and to better their lives.
और बाहर से कोई भी मदद न लेते हुए उनके अपने रिसोर्सेज से उनको खड़ा किया।
We wanted to teach them to use their own sources and resources to make their lives better without outside help.
जल
Okay, so when the trip first started, I was very anxious and kind of nervous because I had never. And then, once we got here, it was like a whole new experience. I was so amazed with all the stuff I saw. The projects have been awesome, and I feel like I've been learning a lot. And I'm not anxious anymore. I've just been enjoying it.
Dr. Jacobson.
I think the trip is going amazingly well. I think the students have been well prepared, and I feel that they have all the support they can possibly need while they're here from IUM, and I think that they're doing fabulous. We've had a chance to see the most amazing project that has had a great influence.
To be frank, I was very nervous getting in. Even though I put on a very brave front with all the others, and especially with Debbie. I was nervous because this is a very complicated itinerary. But getting this diverse group together, how the dynamics is going to be, how the arrangements are going to be, right from the time that we arrived in Indira Gandhi International Airport in New Delhi, I was very surprised about the thoughtfulness of IUM. Okay, IUM was able to get, even thinking about simple things like making sure that we are hydrated right from getting down, making sure that we had a snack for the night. Okay, and the arrangements have been fabulous. We have come all the way to Chitrakoot from New Delhi. We spent a couple of days in New Delhi. New Delhi was exceptionally good. It was a variety of projects that we saw. We got an intellectual stimulation from a range of speakers, and along with visiting many projects, we visited a slum project in New Delhi. Students were very impressed by how challenging the environment is. Then we were able to get a ride on the Delhi Metro, which was by itself a great education for the students. They had not very much. Now we come to Chitrakoot, and what a treat! What a treat from many different points of view. The projects are fabulous. The previously mentioned, the students, some of them are saying, we would love to come back. That itself tells you.
I am greatly moved at the magnitude of the staff, the organizations. I've been thrilled to meet and talk to various mentors with the children and touch the children's hands and sing with them, and we danced with them a couple of times. It's just been a wonderful, I can hardly speak. I have loved every minute.
Love being able to see how the majority of people in India actually do live. Our project so far has been in New Delhi, the Rag Picker Society or organization. That was completely eye-opening to me, seeing how encompassing. It's hard to wrap your head around, especially because there's nothing like this in the United States, and I wish there were.
Today, I visited DRI, and we have a feedback session. I really moved with the DRI's great hospitality at feedback session, and we are treated as almost kings and queens. Really surprised, and at the session, DRI members listened really seriously our suggestions and reflections. When I saw that, I really understand why they are doing fantastic jobs. They actually implemented the cycle of plan, do, check, and action. And also, today we visited some projects. I'm interested in the agricultural project because agriculture in rural areas is a big problem in my country too. So the methods of sharing agricultural information effectively to all villagers could be really useful to all over the world. That's my perception.
Which has been listed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site and is considered to be one of the 7 wonders of India. Khajuraho has the largest group of medieval Hindu and Jain temples, famous for their erotic sculptures. The Khajuraho temples are made of sandstones. The builders didn't use mortar. The stones were put together with mortise and tension joints, and they were held in place by gravity. The form of construction requires very precise joints. The columns, architects were built with megaliths and weighed up to 20 tons. Our next train journey took us to Taj Mahal, which is a white marble mausoleum located in Agra, Uttar Pradesh, India. The Taj Mahal is widely recognized as the jewel of Indian art in India and one of the universally admired masterpieces of the world's heritage. Taj Mahal is regarded by many as the finest example of Indian architecture. We next move to experience the village of motherly love, Vatsalya Gram. Every minute there are countless births in the world, whether it happens after years of toil and anticipation or just by accident. However commonplace this event may seem, it evokes awe and wonderment each time. Reams of paper and reels of films have talked at length about motherhood. To be qualified a mother, all one needs to feel is love for a child, and biology just doesn't make someone a mother. Didi Ma Sadhvi Ritambra motherly love for children and women in distress and resulted in the birth of Vatsalya Gram. In this, a destitute woman is given the chance of her lifetime to create her own family, thus reviving her feelings of love for a child who is also disadvantaged, thus providing a loving mother's lap for children. Unfortunately, the orphanages and old age homes of today's times are not able to provide any sustainable growth and development for either children or old people, simply because the two are mutually exclusive in these homes. In a country where veneration of the ancestors is still alive, how can we ignore the treasured truth of lifelong experiences of grandparents that can be gifted to the Vatsalya children? The beautiful threads of relationships among self-reliant women, confident children, and loving grandmothers are only possible in a Vatsalya community, making this the first of its kind in the world. Our next stoppage was at Barefoot College, which is a non-governmental organization that has been providing basic services and solutions to problems in rural communities for more than 40 years, with the objective of making them self-sufficient and sustainable. These barefoot solutions can be broadly categorized into the delivery of solar electrification, clean water, education, livelihood development, and activism. With a geographic focus on the last developed countries, Barefoot College believes strongly in empowering women as agents of sustainable change. It was inspiring to see the rural women across the world collecting together in this remote village of Rajasthan, Tilonia, and without any language barrier, they were able to communicate with each other by their expression, passion, and dedication to learn the latest technology to change their respective villages. Barefoot College do not believe in paper degrees and have developed several dentists, engineers, and social workers who have never seen the college but are doing a better job than any other so-called literate person to change the life of their villagers. We could see the happiness and content villagers everywhere. We next move to experience the Akshar Patra Foundation, which runs schools' lunch programs across India. The organization distributes freshly cooked, healthy meals daily to 1.3 million underprivileged children in 9,000 government schools through 20 locations in 10 states across India. Built on a public-private partnership, it was an amazing experience to visualize the A-class food facility, unbelievable state-of-the-art kitchen, and quality of food prepared at Akshar Patra. A lecture by authorities, a visit to the kitchen in action, and eating their food was a privilege to experience and learn. The last few days were spent in capital of Rajasthan, Jaipur. visiting the magnificent Amber Fort on an elephant ride, watching the ancient water conservation system in Panna Meena Kund, and shopping in Jaipur market made all of us feel like kings and queens of old era. Or visit to Chokidhani in Rajasthani village themed resort in traditional Rajasthani clothes was an unbelievable night we could never imagine to spend with our wonderful group members. I hope you enjoyed your journey with us, our experience of past 15 days in India with all American students. At IUM, we truly believe that the problems at different parts of the world and society are unique, and there is no universal solution to these unique problems. The solutions need to be localized by understanding the social, economic and cultural values as well as available resources of that specific region and utilizing them accordingly. Poverty, health, energy, malnutrition, governance, fundamentalism, education and environmental responsibility are few among several global burning issues where in spite of serious intentions, global institutions have failed to provide universal solutions. At the same time, however, there are several people working at individual level or in form of NGO around the globe to eradicate these calamities and develop self-sustainable examples of their efforts. We at IUM bring the young generations across the globe to experience these living examples of self-sustainability solutions of social problems so that they can learn from it. If possible, then replicate them and most importantly, experience the horizon of their potential creative contributions for the betterment of these projects.